We set out to find a spot that sparked our interest, a spot that would one day become a part of the Raleigh Riverwalk. A forgotten 2-mile strip of land between Capitol Boulevard, Wade Avenue, and Peace Street did just that. Pigeon House Branch, a portion of the Raleigh waterway system, runs through it from end to end, and we immediately began to imagine what it could become. Upon visiting the site, what we found was dismal. Northwest Street, which cuts through the site, is lined on one side by a series of rundown buildings, most of them industrial. Some of them look abandoned, but those businesses that remain aren't doing much to attract their audiences. The street itself is not pedestrian accessible and features no sidewalks, no landscaping, and no public parking. Across the street is Pigeon House Branch, which you would hardly notice if you weren't looking for it, as it's surrounded on both sides by a thick patch of trees. After parking on the street and walking over to the stream, we quickly discovered that there was no way we could actually get to it. After the trees cleared, the land sloped sharply downward and made it nearly impossible to traverse on foot. But from where we stood, we could see well enough. The stream itself was small, barely qualifiable as a stream. We later learned that Pigeon House Branch is in fact man-made, and this low water level is due to the fact that the rain in the past few weeks has been minimal. It acts as part of a drainage system during storm surges to help keep Raleigh from flooding. Obviously, there were problems here, problems that we could try to fix. We could design a system that would reinvent the area, attract new customers for the local businesses, and make a space for nature centered around Pigeon House Branch. So we got to work. Our first step was to brand this area and attempt to make it a place. After discussing what makes this place unique, we came to a very simple conclusion. It had such an odd collection of businesses: an auto body shop, a karate studio, a design firm, a coffee shop, a thrift store, a furniture store, a skate shop, and more, that we couldn't help but think that eclecticism could be the brand in itself. Rather than wipe away the culture of the space as it exists today, we chose to go down a path that revived, repurposed, and remembered it. From there, we began brainstorming for a name. After perhaps not as much debate as expected, we decided on TheKit in reference to a kit of parts. We felt this captured that idea of a unique collection of places and personalities. For the second portion of our intervention, we knew we wanted to design something that would get the people to have a real-life, in-person interaction with the place. As a response, we created an annual event at TheKit that featured shopping, food, music, and most importantly, a fun, community-based interaction with the river itself. Attendees would be given a sheet of waterproof paper and asked to write a note on it before folding it into a small paper boat. They would then place the boats in the water and watch them get carried downstream as they made their way to the other end of the park, enjoying nature and the local businesses as they went. At the southern end of the kit, attendees would retrieve a boat from the water, one that wasn't their own, read the message and respond to it before adding it to a collective installation of all the unfolded boats and messages. We named this event Tidings at TheKit, hoping that people sending good tidings to one another would be a way to build connections within the community and a personal connection to the kit itself. We imagine the kit as a new destination, one with green space and walking trails and a more attractive landscape. Tidings at the kit, coupled with a successful branding of the area, would bring in new businesses and new people, making it somewhere for culture to grow and thrive, all in the presence of a beautiful new river.